Hi everyone, welcome to Emma, a true infidelity story. I'm excited to share a new story with you. I'm going to tell you about the most surprising and unexpected moment I've ever experienced in my life. It was one night while I was tossing and turning in bed with back pain, and a 900 thoughts racing through my mind when my cute dog, yes, Olivia, did something that still has me in shock. That moment brought me a relief that no massage therapist could offer. Not just physical relief, but mental relief as well. Can a cute dog take away your greatest fears and anxieties with just its touch? What happened to me that night was just that, and believe me, you'll be shocked. I remember that moment. It felt so real, like I was in a movie scene. Everything had gone dark, and my eyes were closing from the pain. My thoughts were all scrambled. It felt like everything in my life was going wrong, both in my professional and personal life. I was starting to feel an emotional void. Everything seemed to pile up. Maybe the overwhelming stress had brought me to this point. A feeling of loneliness had taken over me. My thoughts kept spinning, and I couldn't relax myself. You might wonder how a cute dog could help a person relax. But that night, what Olivia did was a turning point for me. Even as I write this, I still feel a warmth inside me. When I think of that night, Olivia was more than just a cute dog to me. It provided me with more than a human therapist ever could. I didn't realize it at the time, but maybe that was the moment I started to discover the real healing a cute dog could bring. That night I was in so much pain in my back that I could barely get out of bed. It wasn't just physical, but I was emotionally drained too. I could feel a panic attack coming on, my biggest fear. The thought that I can't control my life kept turning over and over in my mind. It felt like everything was slipping out of my hands. It wasn't just the physical pain. There was an emotional emptiness too. The only solution seemed to be taking a step towards seeing a therapist to cope with these complex feelings. But in place of a therapist that night, Olivia was by my side. Olivia was naturally by my side. He always made me feel close. But at that moment his mere presence was helping me get through everything. I felt the warmth in his eyes. His eyes were as if they understood the storm that was inside me. Sometimes when a person is alone fighting with an inner emptiness, an animal's presence can become so extraordinary that it's hard to put into words. In Olivia's gaze, something was there that gave me strength and made me feel safe. However, I wasn't relaxed enough to fully understand it because my back hurt so much. But then by doing nothing, just by being next to me, he strangely began to give me something. And that's when I noticed that Olivia started to move. First he fidgeted, but then it seemed like he decided to do something. It was such a natural and instinctive movement. It was like he'd been doing it for years. Olivia slowly started to touch my back. He wasn't precisely giving me any massage, but I quickly felt an effect of his doing. Something I had never been told, never known. But in a moment something changed. Everything was lifted out of me, the tenseness in me, foggy things. I knew clearly that physical relief could not be transmitted by the cute dog's touch. But with each of Olivia's movements finally came the peace I was so desperate for. At first I thought he wasn't really doing anything physically, but the feeling inside me said that it was something so deep it could only come from a cute dog. In that moment I realized how much Olivia's body language, his eyes and his approach were giving me a sense of trust. It was something a therapist might do, but the way a cute dog did it with instinct was completely different. I was in shock, but my relaxation, the mental relief, was so powerful that in an unexpected moment I experienced a mental and physical release. At that moment, everything slowed down. I felt Olivia gently settling on my back. At first I couldn't understand how just a cute dog's love, or simply approaching a person, could affect them in such a way. But that night, Olivia's movements contained much more than I ever expected from a cute dog. Just his presence felt like a warm security blanket wrapping around me. But the real impact came when he began to massage me. He began to do a small amount, and he gradually shocked me. The soft weakness of that body that affects every body of mine is like stress. I thought about how small his hand he touched, but every candle gave me a deep breath. First of all, I thought it was like a RA of the doctor. How did I comfort myself tomorrow? I asked this question many times, and I was trying to find the answer. Harald will give me massage, and he would just learn something. He didn't understand anything. I couldn't explain it, as well as I can understand the human emotions tomorrow. But that night it wasn't just physically. When I was nervous, fear and anxieties disappear. For a while, Mr. Lucas, who was there, was always a source of comfort. But that night I really understood the depth. Do you have the person's physical health tomorrow? And can the influence of their emotional condition can be? That night I got the answer to the question of horror. The worms disappeared every time I was doing. First of all, I put it on as I had a narrow flower on my head. But now the HAR groups became very different as he knew it well. He knew where my body had to worry about, and where there was stress. She has gone to her mind, and is so hard that each step is a loosely. My body is loose. As he started releasing the tension from certain spots on my back, I began to feel lighter. But in reality this wasn't purely a physical experience. It was emotional. What Olivia was doing wasn't just relaxing my muscles. It was also eliminating the dark thoughts within me. Thinking back to that moment, I now realized that the process wasn't just physical, but a part of a mental therapy as well. What Olivia did seemed to resolve so much more than I had ever imagined. In that moment I felt that all the tension inside me had vanished, and I found a deep sense of peace and calm. Olivia wasn't just moving around my back with each movement. He seemed to be discovering the most sensitive points of my body. He moved so fluidly that it felt like he knew my body, like a massage therapist would. When I closed my eyes, I could feel each step he took. His natural instincts once again demonstrated how a cute dog could respond correctly to a person in their most difficult moments. All the confusion, anxieties, and thoughts inside me slowly began to unravel. With each movement I discovered how deep relaxation could truly be. The massage from Olivia was a therapy flowing through the instinctive movements of this cute dog. His warm touch relieved the tension in my body. It felt so natural and internal that waves of great relief washed over me almost instantly. But in fact, with this feeling of relaxation came the calming of my mind. Watching him work over every inch of my body was like witnessing my mind slowly unraveling, racing free that night. I truly began to understand that the further Olivia worked to relax my body, the more he reached deep into my soul instead of a cute dog massage. This was cute dog therapy. Olivia gave me so much more than a massage in those moments. It truly felt like the massage was secondary. My back was relieved, and emotionally it felt as if he was also aiding me a great deal. In fact, I felt like a cute dog therapist. That night I began to become appreciative of the therapeutic influence of the canine-to-human communication. Wrapped up in Olivia's warmth, everything was taken away. My anxieties and fears. By nightfall, I was calmer and centered. Everything just felt so right and instinctual. I was beginning to realize that, rather than questioning how a cute dog could lessen a person's heavy burdens, I had started internalizing the truth. Something I came to know that very night in Olivia's workings. I do not remember much of what Olivia did. All I remember was that the great sense of relief he gave was way out of the worldly projections. That night I was wondering how fast the tension and anxiety melted away, and I began to recognize that emotionally, it was an entirely different realm. The support cute dog give humans has always seemed theoretical to me. Before that night, Olivia's treatment actually illustrated to me that it is much more than emotional support. All those aspects of a person's being are encompassed in those days. I was learning for myself how quickly my worries move off from any perspective. The therapeutic impact Olivia had on me became more and more evident with each passing second. That night I realized how long I had felt lost and how stressed I had been. But in those few minutes spent with Olivia, it felt like all my dark thoughts had been illuminated. I saw how quickly everything could change. The therapy Olivia gave me provided a sense of peace and balance that I had never experienced before in my life. The way my emotional load lightened so quickly truly shocked me during Olivia's massage. His warm touch made me feel like I had been relieved of all the burdens I had carried for years. I could feel the tension in my back disappearing one by one. But what mattered here was that this wasn't just physical relief. It was also an emotional release in that moment. Having all the stressful and difficult moments of my life resolved by a cute dog in just a few minutes became a completely different experience. It was like an inner awakening, and by giving me this experience, Olivia had actually offered me a much deeper meaning in the journey of finding oneself. Gradually, a little bit of my fear, anxiety, and worry began to loosen its hold on me. Without realizing it, I could feel my body loosening up very quickly. Relaxation was filling me. However, the most astonishing thing was that it was an emotional change that took place, not just physical. Olivia's instinctive, untrained movements made me feel calmer and more balanced, as if I had received expert heart treatment for the first time. I clearly realized how deeply a cute dog could affect a person's well-being. In that instant, my muscles were relaxing, but my mind was slowing down and calming down. Olivia's movement created a greater degree of relaxation and tranquility. And with each stroke, I sensed my worries reduce a little more in intensity. It was awe-inspiring. And for me, it's so very difficult to find the words to convey what Olivia had done for me during the therapy. But the most important part was how this therapy gave me peace and assurance. I was refreshed, renewed, and restored not only physically, but also spiritually and emotionally. Inner peace was given to me by Olivia in a handful of minutes, and that was shocking that it was offered by a cute dog. Understanding a cute dog's therapeutic power can sometimes remain an abstract concept, but the experience I had with Olivia showed me just how tangible and impactful this power truly is. As a cute dog, Olivia had taken all the negative feelings inside me and carried them away. And with every passing second, I realized just how powerful his deep understanding and emotional intelligence were. Olivia had read my moods so accurately and acted not just like a cute dog, but like a therapist. This wasn't just a massage, it was a form of therapy. All the tension and fear inside me vanished that night through Olivia's touch. A cute dog doesn't just provide physical relief. It can also heal a person's soul that night. What Olivia gave me wasn't just a comfort I would expect from a cute dog. It was like a lost person still in the dark finding their inner light. The peace Olivia gave me didn't just relax my muscles. It also helped me reframe my life. Could a cute dog be strong enough to take away a person's fears and anxieties? That night, I found the answer to that question. Yes, Olivia showed me that it was possible. Olivia helped me learn that cute dog can do more than just love. They were capable of. The experience that night showed me exactly what kind of therapy a cute dog can give, and opened my eyes to how much further this can go than I could have ever imagined. Olivia was more than just a cute dog. He was an apothecary, and with his help I was led to inner peace on that night. By taking away my darkness, it was an eye-opening experience. For the first time in my life, I experienced the real power of a cute dog in a human's life through Olivia. In that moment, I also realized the therapeutic ability of Olivia. It wasn't just a cute dog massage. It was almost like I was being brought back to life. The depths of comfort that Olivia provided helped me through my anxiety and fear, opening up changes that would affect the rest of my life. I'll never forget that night, for it was through the cute dog that I was able to release all my negativity. Olivia's lesson completely changed my perspective on the depth of a cute dog's influence on the human psyche. People knows them for their cuteness and loyalty, but Olivia's therapeutic power showed me precisely how emotionally deep cute dog can be, and that they could heal a person, not just from a physical perspective, but a psychological perspective too. Everything he did was an affirmation of life felt. I began to realize that Olivia was more than a cute dog. He was a coach for me, a guide. The impact of cute dog on human emotional and psychological healing is backed by many studies and expert opinions. However, without fully understanding the effect a cute dog has on you, you can't truly grasp the therapeutic power a cute dog holds. The unique experience Olivia showed me was so powerful that words could never fully describe it. He wasn't just a cute dog. He had become the light that illuminated all the darkness inside me. In a way, that night, I realized that Olivia's massage was as effective as comfort with which a therapist could provide. But this was much more than a regular massage. It was how the emotional intelligence inherent in a cute dog's nature could be utilized to heal humans.